What's up, world? This is your favorite comic, Tony Rock. I'm backstage at the Atlantic City Comedy Festival, and I have the star, the host, the queen with me, Miss Sommore, who is on tour with me as well.
That sounds so
Miss
drag
Sommore?
queen.
Oh,
like that sounds like.
How you doing?
Lady Diana. Ladies and gentlemen, we got
Miss Sommore, yo. She's the host of the Real Comedy Tour.
Yes.
She is bringing the pain, bringing the funk, and all that good stuff. And I have her backstage before we start the next show that we're doing tonight here in Atlantic City. So
how was Atlantic City for you, though?
Atlantic City's great. You know, I like it. I don't love it because Atlantic City is not Vegas. I'm not just Atlantic City.
Okay.
It's not Vegas, so it ain't like you walk around and hang out. It's like you stay your ass in your casino.
Yeah, I saw you do some material tonight about Atlantic City. Like, I love that you create shit right there on the stage. Yeah. Like, that's brave.
You walk 2 blocks, that's your ass.
Yeah, like that was brave. Yeah. I like that. Like, as a comic, like that's really, really brave. I like
Thank
that.
you. You gotta take chances.
How does it feel for you to perform on big venues, like with the Royal Comedy Tour, as opposed to like smaller clubs?
It's dynamically, it's just totally different. It's like you got more stage to work with. You have to take more time with the jokes because you got to let 1,500 people hear the joke, process it, and respond to it. So you kind of, it's not a slower process. It's just more pacing with your time. You know, comedy's all about timing, so your timing is different as opposed to being in an improv where the guy's right here, and you're like, hey man, you look like, and he, gives it right back.
Do you have a preference?
I prefer, only because this is where I started, was in the intimate settings. So I prefer that just because the people can get a sense of like a feel for me. You know, here it's like the guy in the last row is like, I saw him, I couldn't really see him. I know I saw that was him up there, but at like an improv, it's like everybody feels like you're talking to them.
Right. It's an interesting thing because I've watched your set over we're in going on the 4th year of the Royal Comedy Tour, and I'm a fan of your work. Let me just say that.
I am a fan of yours.
What I love, my favorite joke that I love. And it's just, you do something that's so simple. Like the punchline is just one thing.
Boom. Yeah.
Like, but that should transcend to 4,000 people.
Yeah.
Like, as a comedian, that's just like you just love things like that. When that works.
You assume that everybody understands and has been in that situation. So just a movement makes them all go, yeah, that does happen.
Wow. But that's brave. Yeah. That's brave. And I love that.
This is what people don't know. I don't know if I told you this before, but New Year's Eve, '99, you, Earthquake, Joe Claire, Beacon Theater.
Oh yeah.
I snuck in.
Oh wow.
I snuck in.
Oh my gosh.
The guy was bringing trash out. I helped him carry the trash back in, the empty bin back in, and snuck in and watched the show. I got a picture with you from that night backstage.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow, yeah.
That's the night I met Quake too.
It's been years. And do you still love it?
This makes me love it even more because like you, Quake, Bruce, I used to sit in the house and watch you guys like, wow, man, if I could just be on a show like that, and not let alone be working with you guys, like the exact people that I was following around, and that I was stalking.
Like that's a beautiful thing because I always tell people, like when I go out on stage and I try to tell the crowd like everybody on this stage are headliners. Like you don't understand. Like there's no slouches here.
Right.
Like be clear. Like we are getting ready to bring it. Like nobody here is warming up.
Right.
Like I just think it's just so dope that everybody comes out. And what I'm always cheering for is that everybody's style is different.
Right. Like
me, I'm more of a storyteller. You have this like a refreshing kind of hip hop edge thing that draws in the younger people. It's kind of like I sit and I watch people like this young motherfucker getting ready to tell me. This young motherfucker what the fuck he getting ready to tell me? And it's like, damn, he knows some shit. Like it's like I see people like, okay, all right, young boy know what he's talking about.
Right.
Then you got Mark Curry who is like, damn, that's Mr. Cooper. Like, wow.
Yeah.
Then he is like old school, just like bringing like that kind of comedy that sucks everybody in. Like you could be in a theater with 4,000 people and watching Mark Curry, you really think you in like a comedy club.
Yeah.
Then Bruce is like everybody's.
Bruce is everybody's favorite.
Uncle.
It's like
oh my God!
Everybody's.
This is just we had to cook out on the porch. He just kicking it.
The response that he gets when he comes out and leaves is like it's just so strong. It's like you can tell these people really follow his career.
Yeah, exactly.
But so how does it all work for you being the only female on the tour?
I'm over being the only female. Like I like it that way.
Right.
I mean, I'm over that.
I would imagine that's most of your shows.
Yeah, I like it that way. Like I like it that way because I mean, just I guess the initial shock of titties is done. After that, no, it's just another thing.
Right.
But I like being with all the guys. I just like because I'm just broad. I'm just that kind of girl.
Right.
You know that I prefer hanging out with all guys. But yeah, being the only woman, I'm over that. Like it just feels good. Period. I guess to be the first person on stage, that's what I love too. Like I'm warning them, like
you
I'm
get the
telling y'all.
You get the first word.
I'm telling y'all, this shit ain't no joke. Like, yeah, so I love
You get
that.
to warn them.
Yeah, I do.